and I'm gonna stop being fearful, okay? No. I don't know what that was, but you know what I'm saying. Yeah, this is a little awkward. Yeah. Okay, so hey guys, first off, welcome back to my channel. It's been a while since I think it's been 10 months since I uploaded a video and filmed anything, so this is a little awkward for me. It's like I have to relearn everything, you know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to get the hang, you know, of everything, lights and everything. But y'all, 2020, where have I been, Wadia? What are you doing? First off, hey, my name is Wadia Bynes. For everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, thank you for tuning in today. I'm just gonna jump right into the topic. Where have I been? What have I been doing? Wow. Okay, so 2020 happened, right? We already know. 2020 caught everyone off guard, including myself. I remember filming my last video in 2020, I think around March. Was it March, February? And I was excited. I was like, yeah, I had so many topics and so many videos and hair and natural hair tutorials and makeup to bring to you guys. And I was excited. I was motivated, ready to go. Rah, rah, rah. Then COVID happened. And then it was like, what is this? Are you going away? Are you temporary? Because I thought COVID was gonna be temporary. I thought we'd be out of commission for about a month and then we'll go back to our regular life. It didn't happen that way. So that was yeah, quite an experience, right? And we're still going through it. And then my kids, you know, homeschooling as everyone else's kids. My husband, me, we were all home. I was working from home, and it was just a transition of I guess it just gave me anxiety, y'all. I grew anxious and just unsure and scared, afraid of what this new virus, what is it? You know, how impactful is it? So my mind honestly was not on YouTube. I was just afraid of everything. Just not knowing what's going on and what's to happen. And then being stuck in the house, what I shouldn't have done was tune into CNN and the news 24/7, but that's what ended up happening. I was like addicted to the news. I would watch the news 24/7, and all of the information that I was getting just put more and more and more fear in my heart. Yeah, and I was not okay, honestly. And in that period, we were in an apartment, and so yeah, so we moved into our house. We were in an apartment, and then my husband and I decided, okay, it's time. This is like right before COVID happened. We decided it's time, you know, to move from the apartment into a house. Okay, so we got in contact with a real estate agent. Her name is Shalene Bernard, by the way. She was amazing. She walked us through step A all the way to step Z. All right, if you guys don't know, I am located in New Jersey, and if you are interested in a real estate agent, I will leave her information in the description box. Feel free to hit her up on her IG if you're in the New Jersey area. Okay, so she hooked us up, and we were able to transition from an apartment and buy a home into a house. Okay, so that alone, you know what I'm saying, is a impactful moment in life. You know what I'm saying? When you're moving from an apartment to a house, or moving period, it takes a lot of time and it is stressful. We are blessed. I am so blessed. That was a highlight. That was one of the highlights in 2020 for us, was transitioning into our home, our house. And in that time, we closed in May. So between March, April, and May, you know how that goes. The back and forth with getting the house and securing everything, and also thinking about furniture. What am I gonna do? When am I gonna move? It was a lot. So that in itself was kind of stressful. And then you add on COVID. It was just like, the timing was kind of like, really, y'all? Now y'all want to buy a house? But let me tell you, the timing, it was perfect for us. It worked out. You know what I'm saying? For us. So in that transition, I couldn't focus on content. I couldn't focus on social media or YouTube because I was out of it. So one thing I learned about me, mind you guys, I'm 35 years old and I'm still learning about myself. So if you're still learning about yourself in your 30s and your 40s and you still can't, quite figure yourself out, I'm here to say it's quite okay. All right. So what I learned about myself is that I need to be organized. If my house, if my home is unorganized, if my office space or wherever space that I'm working, if it's too cluttered, I can't focus. I get anxious and I get like paranoid. I can't explain. It's the worst feeling ever. So you can imagine moving and my kids and everything. Yeah, I was anxious. I was very anxious. I couldn't concentrate. I had a lot going on in my mind. And then, you know, I was scrolling up and down Facebook and all I see is RIP, RIP. So it wasn't just the news. You know, I consumed too much news, you know, it's too much CNN around the time that COVID happened, which made me more fearful. You know what I mean? I was just afraid of everything. I would go to the supermarket and we all were, you know, paranoid and of course protecting ourselves, but I would be afraid to just take a walk. Fresh air became like, oh my God, should I? Because at that time we weren't sure if, you know, just walking by someone with COVID would be that contagious where we would get COVID, right? So it was just a bad time and it affected my mental health. This has never, I've always been able to bounce back. And my bounce back game has always been like superb. I'll be feeling some type of way, you know, and then in a couple of hours, give me a couple of hours, you know, and I'm good again, I'm fine. But this time around, I found that I wasn't bouncing back quick enough. I wasn't bouncing back like I'm used to, you know what I'm saying? I thought I knew me. I'm like, oh, Adia, you good? I started questioning myself like, are you okay? I faked like I was okay because I kept myself busy. We were moving. I'm still working from home, still homeschooling with the kids. So I kept myself busy, but deep down, I was not okay. And I didn't know that I wasn't okay until later on. All right, so we're gonna get through that, right? So finished purchasing the home, being fearful. I was like, what's the word? I can't even, overwhelmingly fearful of death. Not of myself, not for myself. I'm not afraid of death for myself, but of my loved ones, because all I kept on seeing up and down social media, and I should have probably took a break from social media too, but at that time I didn't. I was glued to my feed, my IG feed, my Facebook feed, my Twitter, my Snapchat, everything RIP, RIP. I'm like, okay, this is getting close to home. Okay, what about my mom? What about my dad? My kids, because it's affecting kids too. My husband, my aunts, my uncles, my friends. I became extremely fearful of death, of losing a loved one, because I don't deal well with death. You know what I'm saying? I'm not afraid of death for myself, like I said, but losing someone dear to me, yeah, I can't. You know, I can't. So in saying that, then the unfortunate passing of my grandmother on my dad's side, on my paternal grandmother, right? So yeah, that was tough. So I was like, okay, so she passed away. And then, you know, yeah, that wasn't easy. That was also something that we were not expecting. It happened kind of fast. And then the thought of, damn, at that time, if you had a loved one in a hospital, you couldn't visit. You still can't visit now because of COVID. But the thought of her passing away by herself, like no family was able to be by her side because of the whole pandemic and everything, man, oh man. Yeah, so that took a toll. That took a toll as well, right? And then, so it's like, all right, so COVID, we bought a house, the unfortunate passing of my grandmother, and then RIP everywhere. I see it everywhere, everywhere, everywhere. All of that, you know what I'm saying, played a part. It's in my head, it's in my brain, it's in my heart. I'm just like, oh snap, I don't think I'm okay, you know. I could fake the funk, I'm okay. You know, I could put a smile on my face. I could be on social media for a little bit or post a post, hey, I'm happy and this and that. But I would have moments of happiness, right? Being with my kids and my husband, being with friends, you know, my sisters, you know what I'm saying? I have moments of happiness, and in those moments, I'm good. And in those moments, let me tell you what I would do, right? So I would do everything possible to uplift my spirits, right? Like I'll get into a separate video about what I've been doing during COVID to keep my spirits up. So I would create this little bubble, this world of mine, right? And shut everything else out. And I'd be happy because I've created this little bubble. It's just me, my husband, my kids, and sometimes it'll be me, my best friends, my sisters, you know what I mean? And I would create this bubble and I would stay there and I would thank God for it, because I'm like, I don't know when I'm gonna get this moment again. So even while I'm happy, and in the moment I'm happy and I'm enjoying my loved ones and I'm in my bubble, I've created that space. In my subconscious, in the back of my mind, I'm already thinking, let me make sure to be as happy as I can right now, because I might not get this tomorrow. That's living in fear. I feel like that's, you know, we're supposed to appreciate the good times and the happy moments, but I was fearful in my happiness at that particular moment in my bubble. I was still fearful of tomorrow, for tomorrow, etc. So as soon as that bubble, I would have to go outside and step out of that bubble and get back into the real world and whatever. The fear is back. I'm anxious again. I'm paranoid again. I'm just sad. And I don't want to say depressed. I don't like using the word depressed because I feel like that's not a word you just throw around, because I'm not sure what it was, but I felt an overwhelming sense of just sadness, overwhelmingly anxious and just not myself. And that's why I thank God every day. Honestly, I thank God every single day for my friends and my loved ones. Ladies, I know there are a lot of ladies out there who say, yeah, I don't have girlfriends. I don't get along with girls, and girls are messy. We're all messy. We're human beings. We are all a mess. We are all a hot mess, okay? Whether you have guy friends, girlfriends, you're gonna find that. But having a good core set of friends, y'all, was everything for me in 2020. Okay, I don't know what I would have done without my sisters, my best friends, my close friends, my friends, period. I don't know where, you know, they, without even knowing it, impacted my life so much in 2020. I laughed so hard in 2020, even when I didn't want to laugh, even when I was sad, even when no one knew, you know what I'm saying, that I was sad. It's just having that core group of friends that have sort of the same type of foundation that you have, you know what I mean, that are like-minded individuals, helped me tremendously. So yeah, so 2020 is going by, you know what I mean. I'm not even thinking about YouTube, y'all, honestly, because again, I was living in fear. And then I started doing what I needed to do, okay? I was like, okay, how can I don't want to be in this space. This is not me. This is not Wadia. This is not, I'm always able to bounce back. Why am I not bouncing back? What's going on? Then I'm like, oh Lord, I need Jesus. I need Jesus. You know what I'm saying? So I started meditating. Started meditating, started getting into my word, started listening to music, you know, that would bring me comfort, that reminded me, listening to music and listening to things that reminded me of how great God is. There was one point I'm like, I don't even think God hears me. I hate saying that. You know what I'm saying? But it's the truth. That's my truth, right? There was a point I'm like, God, what's up? It's your girl Wadia. You know what I'm saying? And in that moment, right? So let me tell you, I would get sad. I would feel sad and then feel guilty for being sad, because I'm like, how dare me? Why am I sad? Why do I feel, you know, this way? God, I'm blessed with a house, my friends, my family, they're healthy, you know what I mean? Even though I did lose my grandmother, I'm like, but there are people who are in a far worse position than I am, you know, so how dare I, you know, be sad now? I just felt, I felt guilty for being sad. I felt guilty for not being okay. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm comparing myself with other people, and I'm just like, yo, people are really struggling. I still have my job. I still have a way, you know, means to provide for my family. My husband is still working. There are families who've been broken because of COVID. There are families, you know, who struggled throughout this pandemic, who lost their jobs, etc., having health issues. There are people. Ugh. So I'm like, Wadia, really? You're sad? You need to be grateful. Why aren't you grateful? Why are you sad? You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yeah, no, I'm blessed. Thank God. Thank you, Jesus. I'm okay. But I'm not okay. And why do I feel guilty for not being okay? You know, and then I am an empathetic person. So I can go anywhere, right? And not even know why someone is crying. And I see someone crying and I cry because I don't know. I guess that's the way God made me. I am an empathetic person. Or I can know why someone is hurt, or someone can confide in me in what they're going through, and it impacts me. You know, other people's struggles impact me because I'm like, oh God, I wish I could do more. I can do a little bit. I can be an ear to listen and give my best advice, but I wish I could do more. I want to do more. I don't want my loved ones to suffer or to feel, yeah, it's a lot, y'all. So I'm just rambling, y'all, because this is what I've been going through, how I've been feeling in 2020, and I'm just now feeling like myself. You know what I mean? I just remember that God has not given us a spirit of fear. I have decided I'm not gonna live in fear anymore. It's not, my life is not my own. You know what I'm saying? I can do my best. I am gonna do my best. I'm gonna put my best foot forward. I'm gonna work hard. I'm gonna raise my kids and as best as I could. I'm gonna try to be a good friend, try to be a good sister, try to be a good wife, etc. Try to be a good human being altogether. But guess what? My life is not my own. My tomorrow is not promised. It's not guaranteed to me. What is guaranteed, you know, I'm sorry, I don't want to get too spiritual because I don't know what you guys believe in, etc. And I'm not one of those Christians to try to, you know, shove the gospel down people's throat, but that's my faith. You know what I'm saying? I know that my life is in God's hands, and whatever happens, you know what I mean? I do feel him around me. I do feel him in me. You know, and even in my darkest moments, and even when I'm at my saddest, I feel like God is saying, it's okay. Be sad. And that's okay, y'all. That's also what I've learned about myself. I didn't allow myself to be sad. Like back in the day when I used to get hurt, someone would hurt me, I'll cover it up and be like, yeah, I'm okay. No, it's okay. It's okay. It's all right. No, it's not okay. All right. So I'm now learning how to be in a moment, feel it, allow myself to be sad, allow myself to get a good cry out. You know what I'm saying? Because I've learned that when I don't allow myself to feel these feelings, it ends up impacting me more worse and negatively in the future. It's not good. So when I'm feeling sad, guess what? I'm gonna be sad. I'm gonna give myself a day or two, you know what I'm saying, to shut the world out and just be sad. But I won't stay there too long. That's the thing. You know what I mean? So I've learned that when I allow myself to feel, you know what I mean, we're human, right? So when I allow myself to feel, that's my healing process. That it allows me to heal. And it's okay, you know, to feel sad and anxious and even disappointment sometimes. But in those moments, right, that's when I cling to God even more. You know, and ironically enough, I feel closer to God than I've ever have. You know what I'm saying? Whew. So, yeah. And I do believe that's because I'm not leaning on my own understanding, and I'm not leaning on my own strength, and I'm not leaning on my own emotional health. You know what I'm saying? Nah, it's not working for me. So I've just been redirecting my energy and giving it up to God. All right, so that's where I am. That's where I am right now. And yeah, so I got inspired because my husband bought me this beautiful vanity set for Christmas, and I was like, oh my God, all right. So he set up everything for me in my beauty room, and everything started coming together, and then I got inspired again. I'm like, I want to share. I want to share makeup. I want to share natural hair. I want to share protective styles. Oh, y'all, if y'all know what my hair has been going through, y'all gonna see. When I take this out, I might have to just chop all of my hair off, because y'all will not believe. That's another video. I will talk about that in another video, what my hair has been like, what I've been doing. I haven't been taking care of myself, of my hair. I gotta lose 20 pounds. That's another thing. Y'all, it's a lot. It's a lot. I don't want to put too much on y'all today, but I just wanted to let you guys know where I've been, and yeah, and where my mental is at, and where I stand as far as social media. Yeah, your girl is back. Okay, I am motivated. I am re-motivated to share, and this time it's not going to just be about hair and makeup. I'm going to talk. I'm going to speak to you guys about my journey, what I'm going through emotionally, spiritually, physically. There are a lot of things I need to change. There are a lot of things that I need to do. Okay, and I want you guys to ride with me through this journey, because hey, maybe it'll help somebody, or maybe it won't. It's okay. But yeah, I was standing in my own way. The devil thought he had me, blah 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 blah. I'm not having it. I am deciding, listen, life is still not back to normal, but I'm gonna keep this thing going. I'm going to adjust. You see what I'm saying? You have to adjust. Life is about adjusting. I'm gonna adjust, and I'm gonna put my best foot forward, and I'm gonna have faith in God. I'm gonna keep praying. I'm gonna keep meditating, and I'm gonna stop being fearful. Okay? No. I don't know what that was, but you know what I'm saying. All right, y'all, so that's it. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you have any questions or concerns, feel free to leave it in my comment section. And please let me know what's been going on with you in 2020. How have you been? I want to catch up with everyone. I made a few friends on social media, and I just want to catch up with you guys and see how everybody is doing. I'm praying that you guys are okay and that your mental health is getting better and that you are okay. And if you're not okay right now, that's also okay. Take the necessary steps. Take the steps to become okay. In your journey, if you want to share it with me, feel free. All of my contact details are in my description box. You can email me. You can leave comments. You can hit me up on Instagram. Make sure to follow me on Instagram because I am on there a lot and I always post updates and stuff like that on my IG stories or on my feed, you know, etc. So guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Hope you guys are blessed. Until next time, bye.